And hello, everybody. Welcome. It is knockout time here in the Skins competition. One round of knockouts, and then we will whittle the men down from 24 to 16 and have our four-person matches for Skins here at Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. My name is Greg Gouillart for Candlepit Bowling Network, and alongside me is Kevin Burns. Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Greg.
And there goes the mic leveling, no worries. This is Nicholas Mikulski. This is the first time we've covered him on our coverage here. 1-3 to begin. Head-to-head match. This is now a head-to-head knockout matchup against Matt Soucy, you see here on lane 5.
Matt buries the head pin, drops 9, leaves the 10 pin all by himself with a plank out in front and one iron angle. And a spear.
Yep, Nicholas runs this down. Top 8 got a first round bye. We'll have the complete standings in just a moment. 2 matches will take place here. You see Mark Carrier and Nick Zuffalato hiding there. We'll open those drawers up when they come up on lanes 5 and 6 in their separate knockout matchup. Women have their competition as well. 6 women will become 4 in much the same way. And then they'll have 1 round of skins. Mikulski takes out just 5, 6 pins. Soucy.
An early 3-pin lead for Nick.
Yep. Basic rule of bowling, spares war 10 plus the roll on the next ball. Now second ball coming up. And basic rules of Candlepin, you get 3 balls per frame, and any pins on the plate stay on the plate and can be used as live wood. Strikes are rare, it's a game of spares.
Matt buries the head pin, punches it straight back. Leaves a 3-1 split. Nicholas has the 10 pin out by himself, piece of wood out in front, 1 iron angle.
Third ball.
And he cleans that up, 26 after 2. And Matt leaves 8. That will put him at 21. So a 5-pin lead for Nicholas.
Yeah, and Nicholas mentioned, hey, are you allowed to join any Pro Series? Are you allowed to sign up for any Pro Series event? And the answer is yes. Now, Pro Series members who are earning points for their finishes in the standings get priority, but if you've got the cash and the bowling ability, come on down and shoot your shot.
Matt with another 3-drop. Mirror image of what he just had to shoot at.
Pro Series is a monthly series of events, quasi-monthly. There's none in December. Various formats, and this Skins format, certainly one of the most eclectic.
Look at this. How about back row?
Yeah. Mikulski gave himself a round of applause there. That's 2 object pins, not much to show for it. Soucy's 0 object pins, but has 1 more down.
But so down in the match.
It all averages out in the end.
Oh, what a bid. What a bid. At least a 7-pin.
Yeah, we'll see if those pins matter. It's going to roll off the plate edge but not take anything. Soucy equalizes.
Still a 5-pin lead.
Matt Soucy, a member of Academy 1, the team captained by Justin Scally in the Friday Night Pro League.
He's also part of the Lita Worlds team.
Scally is actually in the field as well. He's against Sean Sears, Team USA member, who made a good run in this year's Men's International.
Yeah, they're on lanes 1 and 2.
The ICC Worlds. Mikulski got the 5-pin taken out.
Into 10 goes.
10.
Yes, a piece of wood that's not that bad. Matt is off.
Big advantage, Nicholas, now. I'm not 100% of the pronunciation of Mikulski. I apologize. Time was short as I tried to get this up. I'll confirm that as soon as I can.
And that is a spear for...
Yeah, Mikulski's got 2 marks now.
2 marks to 1.
Soucy can blow back into this. He's got an explosive ball.
Oh, yeah, I seen that firsthand during the Worlds.
Gets a little too light on the head pin this side, and he's still got 4 to run down on the 3rd ball.
The lead's going to increase. And that will be a 9.
A fine 9 to be sure, but now Nicholas with a chance to take a bigger advantage here. So they'll sit down after 5 boxes and even trade ends as well. And then we will go over to Mark Carrier and Nick Zuffalato's match taking place on the same bed of lanes. Those of you used to double feature matchups on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour, you're used to the whiplash. Mikulski, Phil, 5.
Oh, what a break by from that.
Yep, 4 pin tips into the 2.
50 after 4. Not enough carry. Not enough carry.
Maybe wanted to get more on the inside. That's harsh, though. Game of inches. Susie misses the 3-pinner. 11 pins advantage for Mikulski pending this 3rd ball.
Paul Grant is covering the
7 and 8.
Daly Fontaine and
that's Therian and Winchell.
okay.
Same Andrew Therian, who delivered a 167. Still waiting on confirmation of the final qualifying scores. It's tougher with the mathematics here to calculate the scores of the Pro Series organizers, so that's what delays that. Mark Carrier smack dab in the middle.
The 1-5. There's a hello shot for you.
Nick Zuffalato, Pro Series organizers.
Freshie drops 7. A 2-1 split. 2-4.
Oof.
2-4-6. Carrier goes right through the middle.
Of Power Sports, a main team. Captain of the men's international team.
Oh, what a shot by Freshie.
And 2-4-6 taken down. Nick Zuffalato.
Is an out for Mark Carrier.
Yeah, 7's pretty good, but it does concede 3 straight away. It was a good 3rd ball, to be clear. Just noticing, actually, they're the other way around.
Let's see you fix this.
I got it. 1 second. Help me out.
Okay. Carrier drops 3.
That's it.
Zuffalo's Phil is 6. He has a triangle out front made of the 2, the 4, 5, and the 10 pin.
There we go. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. They'll have a side switch after 5 boxes, but I've got a plan for that too. Ooh, and Freshie nearly gets a pin slice there. Probably one of the most...
A little too fine. It was a little too fine.
Freshie is probably one of the most well-connected nicknames to any bowler I know of.
8 for Freshie, 24. And Mark Carrier with the 7, 14. 10-pin lead in favor of Freshie.
Nick's a newlywed. Congratulations to him and Samantha. Oh, the news is about a month or so old by now, if my memory serves, but fantastic to see them tie the knot. 3 pins out for Carrier. Nick's up 10 in this string so far. Got on the 2-pin 1-3-7.
10-pin goes on that one. Carrier hits the head, buries the pocket.
No
He's a
pulse.
6.
No pulse stream, Greg. And maybe on YouTube is the only thing. Let me know if anyone else is having difficulty finding it. Thanks as always for your help, folks, with us sorting this out. Carrier completes his 10. Zuffalato does not, but still he maintains a 9-pin advantage. 1 string, that's it. And then we go on to skins where we're playing for cash for every box.
So you found out how much the skins are?
Yep.
Per box?
Yep, slight revision. It'll be $10 per box in the semifinal rounds, which are 3 strings, by the way, so 200. Sorry, that's $300 per match. And then $90 per box in the finals, so $900 there. Actually works out the same, come to think.
Well, Freshie has a nice setup on a reverse triangle. Mark Harrier just missed his spear bid.
This knockout to determine who advances.
Wow.
These 9 through 24 bowlers. Top 8 already are through to skins.
Mark with a 10, 34 at the 4. Freshie. Mark gains a pin and count.
That second time that's happened there. A pin just gets away there from Freshie. But one pin. It's only a one-string match, so just
Mark Harrier buries the pocket, leaves a 4-9.
Sorry for the camera shakes, folks. We did the best we could.
Yeah. 4-8 for Mark Harrier. Freshie drops a full horseman on the right side, made it the 1-3-6-10. Mark cherries it. This Pro Series event is at Mark Harrier's house, the 1710 up in Augusta, Maine. That's a 2-day event, I believe.
Yeah, Carrier's got this pin third time around. And that's a prudent out by Zuffalato. Ferrashi's got 51 at the half. So 7-pin advantage in his match, and now we bring it back to the first one as sides will switch. That's just how we do it.
So you were saying how if anybody can pro in the Pro Series, right? Anybody can. You don't need to have a pro average to bowl in the Pro Series.
They're scratch events, yes.
Yeah, because if you have the chops to give it a whirl, go right ahead. Okay, now you're making me dizzy by doing all that.
Yeah, a little, it's like the worst game of Shell Game where you can see it all coming.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now, Susie, a little bit, yeah, that's not bad. I don't know where that was going. Goes out of harm's way. Oh, boy, there's an eagle.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it when you're down, when you're up in a match.
Yep. Susie's got the better leave as it happens. 1-2-10.
Susie, miss. Real miss for him on that one.
A little more to the left. A ball deflection could have been there. Mikulski got pins. Good.
Almost converted it. Just left two.
The pros are so good at pin defense, it often doesn't get a lot of mention, but there you see it.
There's a 9 for Matt Susie that will bring him up to 58 and another 10.
Yeah, Mikulski's only left one pin standing. Not a lot known about him from my point of view. Great to see him. A probable favorite to make it onto one of the skins competition. For more info on the exact seating, you can go to the Candlepin.
Look at this.
The Candlepin Pro
There's
Series
a strike for Matt Susie. He needed that.
Candlepin Pro Series Facebook page. Sorry to step on that. That was a nice hammer.
And that's a 9 drop for Nick. 3 pieces of wood. One on an angle.
Yep.
Okay, he missed it. I was hoping that he would avoid the front two.
Got around the landmines, and he matches that mark.
Susie needs a big fill here just to get where he wants to be. I mean, you're down in the match, but still.
If he doubles, it's a virtual tie.
Exactly. Well, all depends on why he puts on a spear.
But then Susie would have the extra 10, and so on and so forth. Let's see. Here it comes.
Double!
On the head pin, and Matt Susie has doubled in the 7th and 8th. Mikulski responds well with a head pin hit, but he gets 5, and suddenly the momentum of the match turns.
That's a diamond plus the 7 pin. There's a piece of wood in the back. I don't know if that's going to help him. I missed the object. He missed the object.
And just on the 6-9, and this is what we talk about with explosive bowling.
If this is his first time bowling the Pro Series match, I said welcome to the pros with a double.
Nicholas Mikulski gets a 9, 94 through 8, and we'll update the fills. You see it there. X dot, I've put it as. We'll update that fill, of course. As Matt Susi takes aim, this follow-up is still everything. 7th frame is not complete until you fill it.
This is going to put him in the lead.
Easily. By how much is the question?
Drops a clear. Nope. Drops a clear. That's 5 in the first. That's 25 in the first strike. That's put him up to 83. So he's down 2 in the match. Match and Cleary, same leave.
Yep, but this will.
This is going to put Matt in the lead right now.
He is in the lead, in fact. Yep.
And that's a 9.
Thought we were going to get a roll forward, but yeah, good sticks. And you see the effect it has.
That's a 102
through 8.
Through 8. And a 111. And the pin was shook, but it stayed up.
Yeah, that was hit.
Yeah.
What do you know? Mikulski gets his out. That's a third ball for a 9 box.
Down by.
Yep, and confirming it is. That's official. 111 to 103 through 9. So Mikulski still in marking distance. Needs it now.
Oh.
Chips the lemon drop. Now, Mikulski still needs his mark, though.
I don't know if he's going to pay that, but who knows?
Ooh! And a 9-pin drop and a massive opportunity for Nicholas Mikulski.
Let's see where this wood sits. Sit, Ubu. Nope, goes into the gutter.
He can still come back on this. Denied it. And Mikulski with a big opportunity. Needs this and count. For the 5-pin, he's got it. And we go 11. Susi wants to uncut this diamond and make sure this fill is as difficult as possible. And he gets 2. Check that, 3. It is a 9-box. Matt Susi 120. Nicholas Mikulski requires a 7 to tie and 8 to win. I do believe we go one more full string if this is a tie. Average spare fill about 6.5.
Big ball coming up.
The walk-on. Mikulski got 8, and he wins by a single pin.
Wow.
121 to 120. To conclude that matchup. Carrier Zuffalato coming up next, but holy smokes, Kevin, what a finish. We thought that double strike might have been the end-all, be-all.
I think if Matt made the spare in the 10th, it would have been a different outcome.
Sure.
It would have came down to the fills, regardless.
Sure would have. Nicholas also got only 3 pins left standing there as well.
Four marks to 3, but Matt Susi had the double.
Yep.
All right, here's Freshie. Freshie leaves a Cleary. Carrier has the 510. He has a 2 pieces of wood. No, actually, that's actually not a bad piece of wood. It's a guide to the 10. Just have to clip it enough just to take the 5 pin. And he did. There you go, first mark.
And this matchup draws closer as well for the right to decide, for the right to move on to skins. Jordan, sorry, it's hard for me to see other scores from here, especially since they're anonymous on the scoreboard. I'm very sorry. Though it's looking like a one-pin match there as well, if I'm seeing that correctly. I just can't tell which way.
I can't tell. Not from where I'm.
Yeah, sorry. The names are entered in as 1 and 2 on the scoreboard, the way it is. Carrier 6 fill ties. His fill. Right on the head pin.
How about a 9 drop?
Big time count. Mark Carrier leads.
Freshie with a triangle on the left side. Made up the 4, 7, 8. Piece of wood is not going to be a factor. Ooh, he just picks up the 4.
And Carrier converts and takes advantage. That's what you have to do.
That's 2 marks in a row for Mark Carrier. Freshie is realizing he's running out of time, so he's going to have to. He's going to have to get back. He needs to convert this.
Both of them wearing the men's international shirts of their respective teams. Huff Power Sports for Mark Carrier and Central Park Lanes Nick Zuffalato, a recent acquisition for that team. For the Lanes out of East Boston, Massachusetts.
And home to the next candle. Ooh. Home to the next live show for Candlepins for Cancer that you will be seeing 2 weeks from today on YouTube. As I mentioned during the qualifier, Paul Grant and Greg will be on the call for that.
Zuffalato must be a GameCube fan. There's a distinct lack of Xboxes over there, and Carrier now with the back-to-back marks, looking to gain a bigger advantage.
This is going to be up to almost 20 pins before you know it.
More a PlayStation guy myself, but anyway.
Oh, there's a strike by Freshie. I'm on Nintendo.
Right on cue. Carrier right through the middle 5.
Well, let's see where this goes. All right, we've seen this made a couple of times, but with the 2 extra pins further back. But this can go. Oh, through the middle.
It's right down the middle, though. And now
I think Mark wants that ball back because it was aiming towards his object.
Yeah.
See,
whoa.
That's a tough PG special, unfortunately.
Whoa. But significant pins, though, because now Freshie, unless he doubles, cannot overtake in this frame with 2 to go.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
9 through 24 in this one-string death match. Here he comes. He's got the head pin. He crossed over on his side.
5, 7, 8. No wood, and Mark Carrier just buries the pot through the middle. Leaves a spread eagle with a piece of wood.
Ain't that the way? Freshie needs sticks, but he's got an easier path to 10 than Carrier does.
Not necessarily. I mean, that piece of wood cannot hurt him any more than the first ball did.
Outside on it.
He cut it a little too fine.
And it means the fill goes down to 8. Carrier this time rolling wood does not go over to the right side. It was incredible, the speed at that 10 box in the last one. Freshie takes 10. Pin significant for Carrier, and he's got 2 more. He's got 9. That gives him a 1-pin advantage. Taking a look up, that is confirmed, 97-96.
All right, folks, this is it. This is the highway, or you're going home. You move on, or you go home. If there's a tie, extra frames. Freshie drops 8.
Got the 3-6 now. Carrier.
Drops a horseman. Left side. 1, 2, 4, 7.
Is she going to go down for a nap?
It's already evening, Eric. Time flies when you're having fun.
Sorry, dinner time.
Important pins. Yes! Zuffalato gets this one in the 10th. First, third mark. Carrier horseman.
No! Denied.
And a massive opportunity. This surely should be a Freshie victory. Carrier makes it 10, so it's not official yet.
Freshie needs 1 pin to tie, 2 pins to win.
But remember, we've seen a lot of quarter Worcesters today, Kevin.
I know.
What a time that would be if one of those showed up. Otherwise, Tournament organizer has a clear path to Skins, and the fill is 7 to send him on his way. Nick Zuffalato.
My carrier is going to be on his way back to 1-7-10, a little earlier than what he planned on.
Hey, we'll see him there January 11th and 12th, mixed doubles, the next Pro Series event. That'll be a great one. Tim Douglas and Brittany Underwood, defending champions there. And we will be right back, as we will have to wait a moment. It'll probably be a bit of a longer break than usual, but we're just going to keep it here for simplicity's sake. We'll let you know how Skins is going to shake out, and we'll have that coverage for you as soon as possible. Be right back. Hello, everybody. We are going to click it on live here. This is Semifinal Skins here at Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. Got 2 sets of skins coming up here. 4-way matchup. My name's Greg Gouillart for Candlepin Bowling Network. And alongside me is Kevin Burns. And Kevin, shall we start with just the basics of skins while I plug in all these names, I suppose?
All right, the way the skins works is total pinfall will move on. Each box has a dollar value. Nick Zeffalato drops 7. Corey Alisi drops 5.
We may not be able to call every ball as it is, so we'll just do our best.
Dean Sullivan drops 7. Dave Barber off the headpin drops 5. Freshie almost picks up the spear. Corey Alisi. No. Dean Sullivan. Nope. Bobby misses.
All right, so whoever gets the most pins here could
Freshie
pick up
has
$10.
Freshie, 9. Corey, 9.
We'll click the scoreboard on in just a second. Right now it's a carryover unless someone can get a 10.
8.
Ah!
There's the 10. Dave Barber just picked up the first skin. You're going to color code them, I bet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That doesn't work.
Freshie with the strike. Corey drops 8. Dino with the strike. There's a carryover. Barber with an 8. Corey, no doing. Barber, 10. No, that was a spear for Barber. And a 10 for Corey. So we have a carryover. Carryovers, nothing will beat a strike. 10s. And now we have a chef and bowlers. Now we have Scott Douglas, Mark Hollywood Smith, Josh Daly, and Andrew Therian.
Yep.
Mark Smith with a strike. Douglas. All right, Mark Smith is going to take the first skin. Therian. That's 5. Daly. No stranger to skins. And 6 for Therian. 9 for Daly. And a 7 for Scott Douglas. Now, folks, I'm going to do the best I can to...
Yep, I'm catching up in just a second as well. Sorry, I didn't realize it would be simultaneous.
It's okay.
We're making do. 2 boxes at a time.
2 boxes at a time, 2 groups. Therian. Just off the headpin. Mark Smith drops, I believe, 6. I can't tell. Daly.
Should be 6, yeah.
Daly. Half Worcester. Mark with the spear. Daly converts this. Nope, it's Mark Smith with 2 skins. No carryover.
This is a disaster, sorry.
It's okay. They really shouldn't have a move lane, so that's the only thing that I don't agree with on this. Because now you have Zeffalato going where Barber was. Barber's going to well, just keep the scoreboard like that because I'll be able, I know who's who, so.
Yeah, that we can do.
Yeah, because I know who.
Folks, your patience is greatly appreciated here. We know it's a.
Corey Alisi drops 6. Make it 8. Dean Sullivan working on a strike. Fills do not matter. Drops 6. Barber puts 4 in his spare. Puts him at 14. There is a carryover over here. Freshie. No doing. Corey doesn't convert. Dino. 6. Barber. 7. A 9 for Corey Alisi. Puts him at 38. Freshie working. Freshie with a spare. Spare on strike. Dino, 9.
Barber, that should be 10 as well.
Barber with a 10. Freshie will get the skin. Corey buries the pocket, drops 8. Dean drops 7. Barber, pocket, leaves a weird cluster of 5. Freshie, pocket, puts 9 in the spare. Corey just misses.
Remember, top result gets $10 each box. Cephaloto's got 2 because of the carryover.
And there's a mark by Barber. Freshie can force a carryover. And there's your carryover. 10 for Corey. 10 for Dean. Total pinfall. With the highest total pinfall, you move on. So now we have Andrew Therian, Scott Douglas, 2 marks in a row, Hollywood Smith, and Josh Daly.
I'm missing scores, unfortunately, so we'll plug it in from here and just go from there. Smith on a spare fill, remember?
Yep, I know. Daly leaves a diamond. Douglas with a horseman. Mark puts 8 on the fill. Andrew with a 9 drop. Daly with a diamond. Daly makes it. Mark and Andrew are going to force a carryover because both of them have good leads. And they do. Both of them convert. Scott Douglas with a 8-9 box. Daly on his spare puts 7. Scott Douglas puts 5. Mark Smith puts 9 on his mark, and Andrew punches a lemon drop for a 1 on his fill. Scott Douglas, no convert. Andrew puts 4 marks in a row for Mark Smith. Scott Douglas with a 10. Daly with a 10. Therian with a good out with the 9. And I know you're going to try and get the scores for.
I'll do the best I can. I've clearly.
Yeah, it's all right. All right, now we have Corey Lucy, Nick Zeffalato.
I'm very sorry I can't get in there. I'm going to have to just go with the score I know. I'm very sorry, folks. But this is a separate match anyway.
At least we're up to date with these. Dean Sullivan.
Very sorry, folks. I do my best, and unfortunately, it's just the format got away from there. I wasn't expecting a four-way affair, but there we go. And spares carry over here, so $20 on the line in this match.
Dean, 7. Barber puts 7 on his mark. Make it 9.
Got it.
Freshie, 8 on his mark. Corey, 9.
All right, spare tries coming up for each of them.
Dean just off. Barber misses. Freshie,
Seems easy to force a carryover for someone.
there's a carryover.
All right, ups it to $30.
Yeah, 3-way carryover. And Dean's trying to finish off his boss, who puts 9.
So 3 strings here as well. I should mark that as well. Semifinals. There we go. Total pinfall. Top total pinfall will decide who makes it to the final skins. A 1-string affair there.
Dean Sullivan buries the pocket, drops 8. Dave Barber drops 8. Leaves a 9-10 plank in front. Freshie,
Should be 5, yep.
5.
Great half for him, 81.
Corey, 3. No luck. Dean, off. Very un-Dean-like. Barber, good night.
3 straight for him. This will be tougher to carry over this time.
Actually, no. Corey has the headpin, so he can still. Yeah, no carryover. There's a 10 for Dean. Dave Barber with a. How much is that? $30 right there?
Yeah.
$30 skin. A 9-4 Freshie. And a 10-4 Corey.
Missed a box there. Sullivan's. He didn't mark, though.
No, he didn't. I think it was a 9. 9 or 10.
I didn't see any pins left on the plate, so I'll mark a 10.
Okay.
I'll confirm scores after string 1.
Mark Smith.
Mark Smith on a spare here. He's got 6. By my count, he is at 73 through 4.
Scott Douglas with a 3-1 split.
Therian there. 1-1 split, and Josh Daly.
Cleary.
4-1. Josh Daly, the champion in qualifying and playoffs on the past 2 events. Won't be number 1 on this chart.
No luck. 10 will win the skin. Yep, 10s are going to win the skin. There's a 9.
If anyone gets it.
If anyone does get it. 9 for Douglas. Therian.
Same-footed bowler.
There's a 10. Yeah, I was talking to Therian about him earlier. And there's a 6.
Your fiance, yep.
And I told her, watch his footing and how he approaches. And she looked at me like, how do you explain that? And there's no way you can. Mark Smith with a big 9 drop, leads to 5. There's a strike for Scott Douglas that's going to take the skin. Yes, I will take the skin if Daly doesn't mark here. Daly. Scott Douglas has the skin. And that's with a 9 for Mark Smith.
Brings him up to an 85 half. Nobody else particularly close.
Nowhere near close.
So that'll be a $10 skin over to Douglas. Smith, I believe, would have had 3 skins, if not 4, by this point.
Daly is like, what do I have to do? Make something. 10 for Andrew. And an 8 for Daly. And now we move back to where we started.
There we are. Of course, all bowlers rotate 1 lane over in this format.
Dave Barber is on lane, I can't tell from here.
Well, it's lanes 5 through 8, so if he's all the way over there, he's on lane number 8.
Pesci's on 7. Corey Lucy on lane 6. And Dean Sullivan on lane number 5. Barber buries the pocket, drops 8. Freshie drops 6. Freshie. Corey drops 6.
Yeah, score correction on one of those marks, excuse me. Elise 61 through 6. Thanks, Mark Weber in chat.
Spear for Dave Barber.
I addressed Mark Weber like he's one of the others, just one of the others. He's not.
And a spear for Freshie. There's a carryover. Corey with the spear. Make it a 3-way carryover.
Gary.
And poor Dean has no luck. Dean Sullivan has no luck. Lee's had a perfect ball.
Ain't that the way? He'll get a 9.
And I do apologize if Greg sounds like...
Well, ain't that the way? I'm the world champion at getting world's flu, apparently. But, yeah, still after all this time. But that's the way it goes. And we see the scores here. Top total will advance for the 3-string total. It's a final skins where the money goes up to $90 a box. $900 on the table in each match.
Barber, 8. Freshie, 7. Corey, 7. Dean, still no love, but he leaves a check mark. There's another mark for Barber. He and Freshie are tied. There's another mark for Freshie. And there's... Dean's like, maybe I can finally get a mark here.
Check mark here. He's had that strike earlier. Got it.
There you go. It's a 3-way carryover again. And a 9 for Corey. I feel like I'm going to have laryngitis by the end of this match, by the end of these 3 strings.
They fly by here. We're here at Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. Great 24-lane bowling center.
Scott Douglas.
Proudly owned by the Dulles family.
Andrew Tharian. Josh Daly. Douglas buries the pocket, drops 9. And Mark Hollywood Smith. Andrew just off the pocket, but gets a good break. He leaves a 2-pinner out front. Daly drops 6. Douglas, spare. Mark needs a strike. All right. We might have a forced carryover. Nope.
Ooh.
Tharian cherries the headpin out.
Daly.
Oh, Daly. Nice try. Mark, there's your carryover. 9 for Tharian. 10 for Daly.
memory serves, we carried over on the last one as well, so should be up to $30.
Douglas in the pocket leads the 7, 8, 10. 7, 9, 10. There's a strike for Therian. Daly trying to answer. Mark Smith can force the carryover.
Throwing a strike on command is nigh impossible, but
no! Andrew Therian wins the skin.
And the carryovers previous.
And a 9 for Douglas. Spear for Mark.
Mark it down, mark it down.
Oh, he was
mark it.
He was doing that during the qualifying.
Bowlers rotating one lane every visit, every 2 boxes. By the way, one correction, Nicholas Michalski is the correct way to pronounce that name. That was a great match he had in that knockout match. I apologize for the mispronunciation. Great Western Mass Bowl out of North Adams out in Western Massachusetts. Need to see more of that Western New England talent here. It was a good showing at the ICBA finals.
All right, we have a 3-way carryover. Freshie is on the lane he started on.
Yeah, we're twice carried over.
Freshie drops 7. Corey, half Worcester. Dean. Puts 6, 7, and 8 in his mark. He has a spear leave. Barber puts 7 in his mark. Freshie, no love.
Oh,
it did good. It fell.
Triangle Wills, what a huge string he has working here. He and Barber going tete-a-tete. Trying to make it to final skins.
Are you serious?
One Pro Series organizer versus another. Yeah.
Dean is pissed about that one. There's your
just deflected away in front.
And Freshie will win the skin. Feel bad for Dean. Dean's been throwing a good ball, but he's not getting the bricks. That one's going to hurt. There's a 10 and a 9 for Dave Barber. Nick Zeffalato with the skin.
Man, good pro. Many of the guys will be happy with a 120, even the 110 sometimes. Barber and Zeffalato, 2 co-Pro Series organizers, putting on a tightrope act.
8 in the mark for Freshie. Corey Alisi, back-to-back half Worcesters. All right, you got to work for this one. Freshie is with the 7-10. Oh, what a shot. That was pretty.
And what a way to cap off that string. 4 straight marks. By the way, missed a skin award. That was a standalone spare for Freshie, so.
Yeah. And we have a carryover for Dean Sullivan. So.
8 and a 9 for Alisi and Barber. Fills don't matter here, so the cash will probably carry through to the next string. So it'll be a $20 carryover.
A 142 first string for Dave Barber. Scores are unofficial.
Now, what's the discussion here? It can't be about what lane. You always fill the mark on wherever you marked. That's easy.
Yeah, that's.
Last ball for Zeffalato and Sullivan. Huge result here.
That might take the. That's a 9.
That's fine. The fill is 9. 161 for Nick Zeffalato to start. Sullivan. Yeah, ends well.
Dean made a good comeback. Corey is down at the bottom. So goes Zeffalato, Barber, Dean, and Alisi in terms of pinfall. we will try and get the scores. I don't know what's going on here.
Next bowler's up, I imagine.
No, because we still have Freshie, Elise. Oh, it's because it's a carryover.
I see.
Yeah.
We gotta play for the cash.
Yep.
I thought it would carry over between strings, but that's apparently not the format here, so.
It should be the format, but I don't know why they don't do it like that. Nope.
I'm just sanity checking. I'm not a box behind.
No, you're not. This is just for the skin. Ten would take it. That's an 8. Freshie's out. Corey's out.
What score's gonna win this one?
Dean got a 10. Barber can force the carryover, and he doesn't. Dean gets the skin.
Well, that'll be that. For that first string, Cephalano 161, Barber 142.
Hooray for Hollywood. Hooray for Scott Douglas. The Daily Double and Andrew Therian.
Speaking of Western Mass talent, Andrew Therian at a 167 in qualifying.
Andrew Therian with another strike. Hollywood Smith buries the pocket, leaves a 3-1 split. Scott Douglas off the headpin. Josh Daly. Smith misses.
All right, so the strike took that skin.
So a 7 for Daly. An 8 for Mark. All right, make it a 10 for Daly. An 8 for Mark and a 9 for Scott Douglas. Andrew Therian wins that skin. Greg is going to try and get the scores. Andrew Therian with a 9 drop, almost a double. Mark Smith, 5. Daly. With a 7, 9, 10 split. There's another mark for Andrew Therian. No forced carryover, so Andrew Therian will win the skin. Mark with a 9. Daly with a 10. Scott Douglas will finish off with a 9. Andrew Therian will be filling his last mark on the 10th box for this string. And let's see what he can put into it. Once Greg gets all the scores updated, we will gladly tell you what those are. And that's a 6 fill for Andrew. And Greg has some news for me, I hope. Greg?
Yeah, I think I got some scores.
Oh, I hope so, because Andrew just buried 2 skins in a row to finish out the first string.
Simply insane. He's got another explosive ball about it. What was his last fill? Excuse me, I'm sorry.
6.
6, so Therian 129. I should be able to work it out from here. Dave Barber 142, Dean Sullivan 117, Corey Alisi 104, Nick Cephalano 161. And in the other match, we have Scott Douglas 108, Mark Smith 142, Josh Daly 95, which he's very furious about, of course, And Andrew Therian, 129, sniffing at Mark's heels. All right, string 2.
Corey with a 7 drop. Dino almost buried a strike. Freshie with a 8 drop. Corey just wide. Dean's trying to spare. Good night. Bobber tried forcing a carryover. No such luck. Yeah, did you see how I'm bringing poker words into this?
I didn't hear what you said just then, sorry. I'm not sure if our folks did either.
10 for Corey. 10 for Bobber. $8 for Freshie.
All right. So once again over to Dean Sullivan. Top result in each box gets $10. Any ties carry it over. And top 3 string total advances to Final Skins, where the stakes go up to $90 a box.
Corey drops 6, leaves a diamond. Dean on his spare drops 6, 16 after 1. Bobber with a Cleary -1 pin, and Freshie with a 9 drop.
Best chance here.
Diamond doesn't go again. It hasn't gone all day. Dean just misses the object. Same thing for Bobber. Freshie. There's another skin for Freshie. A 9 for Corey. A 10 for Dean Sullivan. 8 for Bobber. Top Paul Grand Special for Dean Sullivan. So in terms of score, 160 after 12 boxes, 143 after 12 for Dean Sullivan, 123 after 12 for Corey, and a monstrous 179 plus a ball for Nick Cephalato.
All right.
Andrew Therian, Scott Douglas, Mark Smith, and Josh Daly. Douglas with Daly with a 9 drop.
All right. So
There's
it's basically
a strike,
right, left, and left lanes. Yep.
There's a strike for Therian. No carryover. Daly with a spear. Mark Smith, mark it down.
Mark it.
Mark it down, mark it down.
I'm pretty sure it's mark it. Paul says it's mark it down, but I thought it was just mark it. Anyway.
No, it's mark it down. But he always does the karate chop kind of thing.
Yeah, that's how you...
Daly punches an eagle. 4 on his mark. Hollywood buries the pocket, leaves a 3-1 split. Scott Douglas. Andrew Therian looking at double. Drops 9. Oh, what a bid by Daly. Daly staring at the 10 pin. Mark, no such luck. There's a spear. 10 for Daly. 9 on the mark. Scott will win the skin.
Smith got 7, I believe.
Therian with a 9. Folks, what you're seeing right now is official.
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
somewhat official.
Scores are definitely unofficial until we confirm otherwise, but first string scores are official, as you see them here.
Nick Cephalato. Corey Alisi. Dave Barber and Dean Sullivan. Sullivan has 1 skin this game. Nick Cephalato also has 1 skin, but working on a spare.
You see him in green. By the way, this is Candlepin Bowling Network. Like and follow on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. I got it in edgewise.
Dean Sullivan with 7. Oh, there's a strike for Barber. Unless Freshie and Corey strike, it's going to be a skin for Barber.
Ooh, but Freshie again coming close.
And there's a carryover. And Dave Barber is like, what the heck?
Come on, man.
Dean just misconverted his spear. And there's a spear for Freshie.
This is so good.
There's a 10 for Dean Sullivan.
Been perfect.
I wonder if Paul will give extra money for a perfect game in a Skins game.
Hey, 10s can win you some cash all the same. What more do you want? Other than, let's be honest, we'd love it to be more than $10, but hey, it'll be more in the finals, and the better we market this sport, the better it'll be.
Barber with the... Barber buried the pocket, but he has a tough split. Freshie... Oh, ought to happen, but leaves a... not a bad leave. Corey tried doubling. He's going to come down to spears now. There's a spear for Dean. There's a 9 in the strike for Barber. Freshie.
Sullivan spare is holding, but Corey, at least he has a chance.
And there's a carryover. Another carryover.
$30 now.
10 for Barber. Through the hoop for Freshie, a rear 8, who has been pretty much on his game.
You see the scores at their top. Only the top 1 of 4 and 3-string total advances.
Corey Lucy does have a chance of getting back up. And here we go with Scott Douglas, Mark Hollywood-Smith, Josh Daly, and Andrew Therian. Mark Smith launches and fires. Therian with the strike.
Again?
Yeah. Douglas trying to force a carryover. Get the skin to Andrew Therian.
The strike ball in this kid is incredible.
Scott Douglas put a 7 in his spear. Mark Smith with the 10. I'll let you get caught up. In a 9 for Scott Douglas, and Josh Daly has one more ball. Give him a 9.
There you see it, and just like that, Mark Smith getting run down.
Mark Smith in the pocket. Drops 7. A 2-on-1 split. Andrew with for a double. Drops
Splat.
Drops squat. I mean, that's not... Oh, Mark, nice try. Spear lead for Josh Daly. There's an 8. Scott Douglas thought he had a better ball than that. No such luck for Andrew. There's a skin for Josh Daly. His first one, I believe. There's a 10 for Scott Douglas. And a 9 for Andrew Therian.
Smith got 10 as well?
I believe so, yeah. I don't know. I was trying to... I'm going everywhere right now. Because they're not going ball... They're not going ball...
Yeah.
Right down to...
I hate that I lost the track of that score at one point, but that's how it goes. Thank you, folks, for your patience with everything ever. But you see the scores here. Zuffalato 213 and Barber 189. Sullivan 163. Alisi 153.
I feel like I'm the play-by-play announcer for this one right now.
Yeah, maybe at the current moment it's sort of pigeonholed that way.
Barber with an 8. Freshie off the headpin, drops 4, wobbling 5. Corey drops 9, put a 9 on Corey's mark. Dino, how about a Caleri? Skip log for Barber for a spear. We might have another carry over here, Greg.
Yeah, especially with the Lisi's. Wood right in front.
No.
Ooh. Not the guardrail he was hoping for. Last chance, or else it's $30. It's off target.
Give Barber the $30.
Shall do.
Oh.
Surprise.
10 for Freshie, 10 for Elise, and 8 for Dean. Give Barber the skin.
And the carryovers, you see it here.
Barber back in the pocket. Drops 6 and a wobbling 5. But, okay, come on. Freshie just buried the pocket and look what you got. I'm dying to see where that whistle is for Corey. Corey might have a good shot. Dean Sullivan. Full horseman for Sullivan. Check mark made for Barber. As of right now, Barber wins the skin unless Freshie can convert. Freshie is just off.
And still a dogfight between Barber and Zuffalato.
Corey just sherried it. Dino. Nope. Give Barber another skin. 9 for Freshie. 9 for Corey. And a 9 for Dean. Well, that's easy.
Well,
for
sometimes 9s win skins, but not in this case.
Scott Douglas, Andrew Therian, Joshua Daly, and Mark Hollywood Smith. In that order.
Look at
this totals here. I mean, this is coming down between Mark Smith and Therian. There's
and Daly, who's not accustomed.
strike. There's a strike for Douglas. Therian punches an eagle. Daly on his mark puts 8. Nope, make it 9. Andrew just misses making the spread eagle. Banana split for Mark Smith. Get the skin to Scott Douglas. Spear for Daly. You have to retrieve a piece of wood on Andrew Therian's lane. Yeah, that was out. Mark Smith is going to finish up for a 10.
Wood that shoots too far forward of the Deadwood line.
Yep. And
Has to be removed.
And a 10 for Andrew. Scott Douglas wins the skin. We've been having a problem with that all day.
Our folks don't know what you're seeing there, but
yeah. Scott Douglas with a setback. Therian with another eagle and a talon. Daly drops 9, leaves the 10 pin all by itself.
Second straight 19 box.
And a half whistle for Mark Smith. 7 in the strike for
Scott Douglas, yeah.
For Douglas. Daly with another mark. Daly with the skin unless... Oh, Mark almost converts. 7 for Therian. That puts him at 71. Mark Smith with a 9. This is a 4. That's pretty close. It's close.
Meanwhile, Barber does have a spare fill here to run down the 17-pin gap in the second of 3 strings. Semifinal skins, top total. There's 3 other men's skins competitions as well. Women are already in the finals of theirs. Having whittled down from 6 to 4, they're in their final skins game now.
And Paul Grant is covering the ladies. So the ladies are getting covered.
Excellent.
Freshie. Strike bid drops 9, leads to 5 with a plank. Corey punches through 1-5. Dean a little off. Barber working on another spare. I have no idea what to call that.
Check mark 610, I suppose. Guarded variety.
There's a spare for Freshie. Through the hoop for Corey.
Ooh.
Dean trying to make something happen. No such luck. Barber.
Oof.
Even worse. A 2 bus for Corey.
Oh, no. 3 times down the middle.
A 9 for Sullivan. Give Freshie the skin.
Yeah, and a pinning advantage as well.
Wow.
242, 16 plus. This is salvageable even in a full remaining string.
Freshie draws 5 in his mark. Corey, better ball. No such luck. Dean drops a strike. Unless Barber strikes here, Dean will win the skin. And he does. It's a carryover. Freshie with a no love, no luck. Corey's losing the range. A 9 for Freshie. And a good out for Corey for a 9.
There's the effect of the third ball. Second strike duel that Dave Barber's been tangled up in.
Yeah, one with Freshie. All right, this is very close. This match is the closest.
Yep. Western Mass versus State of Maine. Therian versus Smith at the current moment. Daly's had a resurgence here. He's behind, though.
Oh,
man.
Come on. That was pummeled. Hollywood Smith, 9. I don't know if that was good.
Seemed it.
There's a carryover regardless.
All for 10 boxes, I assume, literally right the way, almost through.
I don't know. I thought that was a spear.
Was it fair for Therian? Excuse me.
I don't know if it was a spear or not. Leave it as a 10 and we can always double check.
Apologies.
Therian with the strike. Hollywood, a 2-1 split. Douglas, well, regardless, Andrew's going to win the skin.
We'll give him the other 2 anyway.
For right now. Daly. Nope. Eight for 10 for Daly, a 9 for Douglas, an 8 for Hollywood Smith, and a monster strike for Andrew Therian.
Yep, he'll be ahead one way or another.
And here we go. We have a carryover in the works here. Dean Sullivan and Dave Barber from left to right. Nick Zeffalato, Dave Barber, Dean Sullivan, and Corey Elisi.
May have missed a spare for Daly. I'll check in on that thanks to the person in chat, Jason.
9 drop for Corey. Dean, first ball on a strike. Drops 7. Barber, first ball on his strike. Punches through, drops 4. Freshie. Off the mark. Corey with the spear. Dean's going to try and force a carryover. Dean, nice offer.
Been going this way and that.
Barber, nice offer.
Tough fill, though. That's going to be 6 or 5 even.
5. Oh, give Corey at least the skin. Sullivan 9. Barber 7. Zeffalato 10.
And carryover as well from that strike duel that Alisi was not involved in.
Yeah. Alisi punches an eagle. Sullivan. Baby split. Setback for Barber.
Piece of wood that doesn't help anybody anytime ever.
And parallel time for...
Worse. We got the 5-pin as well.
Dean with a spear. Barber's going to try and force a carryover. Nope. If Nick makes it, if Freshie makes this, that's going to be something. Oh, he almost does.
Man, a triangle in the 8-pin as well. Triangle 6 in the 8-pin, that's crazy.
Give Dean Sullivan the skin. 7 for Alisi, 10 for Barber, 10 for Freshie.
There you see it.
And Dean on his fill.
There's not much change between Barber and Zuffalato for the top.
5 more for Dean for 120. Well, Dean won that string. 250. Changed it on me before I could read everything. Okay.
Sorry. Wait, one more look.
258 for Barber, 270, 237 for Dean Sullivan. Corey Alisi, 213 and 276 for Nick Zeffalato. And from left to right, Andrew Therian, Scott Douglas, Mark Hollywood Smith, and Josh Daly. Daly with a 9 drop. Wow, who could think I could get that in one sentence?
Yeah. Therian might be 10 higher. I'm going to have to confirm scores because, again, they're going out of order. Well, they're not out of order. Excuse me.
We weren't sure on a... There's a strike for Therian.
Again?
Double.
Oh, my goodness.
You might want
The man just does not stop.
Spear for my... I think that was a spear. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so knock it down, knock it down, knock it down. No, he didn't say. I didn't know if it was or not. 7 for...
And a ball. Scott Douglas has a 9-box there.
Just kicked the pin back into the pit. Which does hurt, by the way. Daly. Triangle plus the 10. Hollywood halfway to standing in the 10. Douglas drops 8. On the first double strike.
Oh!
But there's a triple!
Triple strike, Andrew Therian.
And a spear for Daly.
This pinball game's going nuts now.
All right, Mark Smith is not going to be involved in the carry in the fills. You have a fill for Josh Daly. Andrew Therian clearly wins the skin. He's at a 131 after 9. Douglas was on a spear.
And that score may even be too low. I apologize. I've missed one.
Douglas was on a spear.
Excuse me?
Yep. There's 5 for Daly on his fill, 7 for Douglas, and Andrew had to clear his garter, so we're going to let the pins reset. And a deuce. But Andrew still has one more ball. That puts him at 133 after 9. Therian trying to make it work with a 9. Unofficially, 152. We're going to get a score update from Greg Gouillart in a minute. As of right now, we're getting a score update. We believe Andrew Therian is a little low or high. It doesn't matter. It will be official in a minute. Bowlers are switching from left to right. It's going to be Corey Alisi, Nick Cephalato, David Barber, and Dean Sullivan. And Greg Gouillart just came back, and I'm pretty sure he's going to update us on the scores in a minute. Dean Sullivan with a 5 drop off the head pin. Barber drops 8. Freshie moved the 4 pin over. Dean, no luck. Barber, very miss. Freshie punches the head pin. Corey Alisi, no love. Dean with a 9. Barber with a 9. 10 will win the skin. Freshie with an 8 for a carryover. 9 will carry it over. 2 8s and a 9.
2 8s, 2 9s, yep.
Do you have the score update from the...
Working on it.
Okay. Dean Sullivan on lane 8. Dean drops 8. The 1 and the 2. Barber drops 7. The 2 and 1 split. Freshie punches, but gets a break. Corey, triangle. We're in the last string. There's a spear for Dean. Barber cherries.
Previous scores are correct. I had Alisi a little too high, I think, and there you see it.
Freshie can't force a carryover. -1. 9 for Barber. Dean Sullivan wins the skin. 9 for Freshie. And an 8 for Corey Alisi.
By the way, Corey Alisi has made... Dave Barber made the most money last string with $40. Andrew Therian with $60 in that last one.
And the scores for Mark Hollywood drops 8. Andrew drops a half Worcester. Douglas drops 7. Dilly 4 Horsemen. Mark Smith There's a spear for Mark. Andrew, no luck. No. Daly just nibbled the head pin. Didn't even touch it, and so
nom nom.
9 for Douglas. 9 for Therian. Eight for Daly. And the scores.
Yep. So Josh Daly had a 141 previous. Andrew Therian had a 162 previous. And there you see the scores now. Now on your screen.
9 fill for Mark Smith. Douglas drops an 8. Plus. Oh, there's a strike for Daly. That's going to take the skin. Mark Smith won the first skin. In the first box, 9 for Mark. 9 for Douglas. 7 for Therian, I believe. I can't tell.
Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
Wow. Hey, I'm doing the best I can. I mean, right now it looks like
We're all vertically challenged back here.
Right now it looks like Andrew Therian and Mark Smith are going to move on to the finals.
That's only one. It's only one. Andrew Therian at the current moment.
Oh, it's only one?
Yep, only one.
Right now it looks like Freshie's going to move on. Barber drops 6. Half push is standing, 7-10 split, all kinds of wood on the deck. Cleary for Freshie. Corey drops 7. Got a little bit of a break. Dean way out the head pin and drops a lemon drop. There's a spear for Barber. I'm going to talk myself hoarse, and there's. Oh, nice bid.
Key mark not to match, though. Barber can still overrun Freshie. That's rolling.
That's rolling, and it goes. And Corey just said, in your face to Barber.
Pull the string.
There's a 10 for Zeffalato. Dean, 7.
All right, we carry over $20 for the next one. Each box is $10 per, $90 per in the finals. A berth will be awarded to whoever is the top of these 4 pinfalls in these 2 separate matches you see.
Barber drops 6 in his mark. Freshie, 6. Corey, 5 in his mark. Dean drops 7. No love for Barber.
Tough. At least he seems to have the clearest path to a spare.
Not really. I mean,
Cluster of 5.
Well, nothing's been carrying with the diamond today.
True. Sullivan will leverage the wood. Doesn't carry.
Wow. 10 for Barber. Eight for Zeffalato.
Blanks there now. This should take.
10 for Corey.
Carry it over again.
And a 10 for Dean. 3-way carryover. 311, 254, 274, 302 in that order. And we go to Andrew Therian with the 307. Josh Daly, 254. Mark Smith, 274, and a 241 for Scott Douglas. Scott Douglas is on lane 8. Therian's on lane 7. Daly's on lane 6, and Mark Smith is on lane number 5. Daly on his first ball for the strike drops 8. 7. Oh, Scott just missed a head pin. He's going to want that ball back. Andrew just missed a piece of wood to carry the shot. Daly, 9 in the strike. And you can say carryover. 9 for Douglas. 9 for Therian. Daly, 10. Oh, make it a 10 for Therian.
Okay, so there's the carryover.
Yep.
That was significant there because actually if that pin doesn't tilt, there's no way Smith gets 10.
Nope. Not with that split.
Instead, we raise the stakes. 2 skins on the line now.
Speaking of steaks, I'm actually hungry.
That'd be nice. Boutwell's Bowling Center, Dallas Pizza. Dallas family owns it, Dallas Pizza. There's the whiff.
Therian with another strike. Nine for Scott.
I'm going to have to debrief the number of strikes Therian has had in this string once I get a moment to breathe.
9 for Douglas. Daly. Spare, I believe. Yeah, that's a spare for Daly. We can get Therian the spare with the carryover and a cherry for Mark Hollywood Smith for a 9. This is all Therian right now with the amount of marks he has.
It's incredible. Had that
but
and that triple strike earlier and a double strike in one.
But if you figure with all the, if you wanted to combine all the scores, it would go Therian, Freshie, Barber in that order for pinfall. Freshie drops 8.
Good news for Barber seeing that split.
Diamond, piece of wood rolls out in front for a quarry. Dean drops 6, high-low plus the 2. Barber punches, drops 6, 3-1 split. There's a spare for Freshie.
410, beauty. And a timely one, too.
Diamond doesn't go again. High-low jack plus the, no, ends up being a Christmas tree. Give Freshie the skin.
And how about 3 of them as well with the carryovers?
And a 10 for Barber. That was a pretty 10. I think Freshie's trying to make a statement to Therian. If I had to face you in the finals, this is what you're going to have to deal with.
Congratulations, Ali Barber. Won the Pro Series skins. Beats Amanda Carroll 360 to 359 in their 3-string duel. Incredible. Thanks, Nico Pujar, for that.
A banana split for Freshie, 6 on the mark. Corey, 7. Dean solved. Yeah, Caleri for Barber. No, make it 6. This might go for Freshie, and it does not. Wow, can't convert.
They wanted one tip of the wood or the other, didn't spin in.
Corey.
You're hit.
You were hit and you were tapped. Dean. Little light, and it goes.
Bulldozes through.
8 for Freshie. Spare for Barber. There's your carryover. And 9 for, and a 10 for Corey. 8, 10, spare, spare.
Yep, so I'm behind on this.
I don't think you're behind.
Just the skins is all.
Okay. 336 for Freshie.
You're telling me give him the skin. I can't. I'm busy. There you see it. The Andrew Therian show continues now into box 5.
Just off the head pin. But he has another ball to fill his strike. Dilly's working on a spare. Oh, drops 8. Almost a backdoor strike. Douglas with an 8.
Multi-strikes are at the end-all be-all. We had Nicholas Michalski with a great duel, a great victory.
Put an 8 on Therian's strike. Dilly, can't believe he missed that. And a spare for Scott Douglas, and that's his skin. And 9 for Therian. Mark, 10. Daly, 10.
There we are. Good to see you all here. Good crowd here on Candlepin Bowling Network, Facebook, and YouTube. Winner of this and all the other 3 men's skins competitions. Moving on to the final skins. Allie Barber already the victor on the women's side.
Oh, a strike for Mark Hollywood-Smith. And a strike for Scott Douglas. There's your carryover, folks. The Andrew Therian Show.
Oh.
No luck, no love, no luck. Daly. No love, no luck on him. 9 for Therian. And a 9 for Daly. And 2 strikes for Mark Smith and Scott Douglas. 353, 310, 312, 289. It's all Andrew Therian at this moment.
Basically miracle zone at this point. I mean, Mark Smith could go nuts, I suppose, with a lot of strikes as well. Hey, it's possible.
Currently for Nick Zeffalaro, 336. Corey Alisi, 272. 293 for Dean Sullivan, and a 322 for Dave Barber. Both Sullivan and Barber are working on spares.
We'll want to watch Barber and Zuffalato here. 14 pins apart, but Barber's got that extra mark here. That's going to be the most interesting comparison right now.
Oh, quarter Worcester for Corey Alisi. Dean, 8 in the spare. Fine gets into the 300s.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Is that 2? I think it is.
Yeah, that's a deuce.
What a time to drop that.
Freshie. Oh, my God.
The W leave. We saw Madison Riva convert that earlier on a different lane.
Oh, but Dean cherried it. Barber comes back with a spare.
We'll try that again, huh?
Oh, yeah. Freshie's going to say, no, if I have anything to do with it.
Tough to pin this.
Yeah, he would.
Tricky, rather.
A little too full. Give Corey a 10. Give Dino a 9. And we'll give Freshie a Bravo of a 9.
Ooh, okay.
345, 334, 310, 282.
That's timely pin defense there.
There's no defense in bowling. It's all offense.
Eh?
Yeah,
well, you're not going to block the other guy, but
no.
Protecting that 9 box is pivotal for Zuffalato just then. And the fills 4. Oh, dear. Well, 2 spare fills collapsed into 1 effectively.
Who has the spare leave here? Corey has 1 just missed. Dean has the 110. Dean just off.
That's through. That's a bad one for Barber to pick out. Harsh when you're on the object like that.
And that's, wow.
Freshie got 2.
9. You need a 9 now to force the carryover. Dean gets his 9. Barber with his 9. What a comeback for a 9.
Yeah, this is tenable for Freshie to get the skin.
Oh, 4 9s. You have a remark? I know you do. Wow.
No, just recoiling in disbelief, Kevin. I don't know about you.
I can't believe.
4 9s, huh? A 10 would have done it. Anybody, somebody. That's the way it goes sometimes. And tough pins here about Wells, I insist. And unless you're Andrew Therian, apparently.
Who's just annihilating the pocket. Scott Douglas, Mark Smith working on strikes. Scott Douglas. First ball, 7. Josh Daly drops 7. Andrew Therian. Oh, double strike for Mark Smith.
He still needs more help, but that's a great start.
Spear for Scott Douglas. 8 for Josh Daly. And as Mark Smith would say, mark it down, mark it down. And that's an 8 for Therian. I don't know. I mean, I think.
Yeah, well, and the pins are getting away too. Well, yeah.
Daly running out of time.
Pay that man his money. Skins going even just away.
Triple! Triple!
Oh, man. And again, Mark Smith showing. We get a triple strike again. And now Mark Smith does seem to have the advantage in this string.
Go ahead, Paul.
I got a strike also for Daly, it looks like.
I'm kind of lost now.
Spare Douglas. Yeah, sorry. I showed him as a 5 fill. Like, so sorry. All right, there's a 9-box for Therian, and look at this. Mark Smith has overcome, and he's now probable to take the lead in this match.
Get an update, Greg. Allie Barber won a thriller over Amanda Carroll 360 to 359 to win the Ladies Pro Series Skins division.
Congratulations, Allie Barber. And that was a 1-pin thriller.
Amanda got a spare at the end, got a 7 on to lose by 1 pin.
Man.
Amanda had a 122 first with Melissa Ritchie, then she was up 20-something. Amanda cut it down and had a chance to win it with that mark at the end, and just fell short by 1 pin. But what a thrill that was.
Got some good ones over here. Thank you, Paul. Kevin, if you wouldn't mind twiddling that behind my back here. And Barber gets a strike. There's that mark to try and run down Zaffalato. Can he respond? He's got his head pin, but a split. All scores unofficial, but I show that as a key mark.
After dropping just 6 in his last 2 marks together.
Maybe poetically one could say Dave was bolstered by his wife's victory just now.
Oh, wow. Are you serious?
That looked labeled for the 10-pin as soon as it made impact. Instead, Zaffalato denied.
7 for Dean.
Working a good triple here, all told.
10 for Freshie. And an 8 for Corey. All right.
Yep, Zaffalato's got his pins, but now Barber should be able to overtake. By my count.
364, 357. You only need 5. But you're working on a strike. You want to try and double. He just took the lead.
Well, 7 ties it technically, but Freshie's got to come up with one here, and did he ever? Oh. He's got a strike. And it puts all the pressure in the world on Triangle 2 on Dave Barber's side.
Barber wanted to skin the last box.
Oh,
Barber just cherried
through the middle. What a time. And Nick Zaffalato, surely that has done it.
And there's a carryover for, no, that's a spare for Corey Lucy. Nick Zaffalato wins the skin. 8 for Sullivan, 9 for Barber.
You got it. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And there it is. That's the mathematical winner for Nick Zuffalato. Timely mark in the 10th. Elise's spare fill. That goes for 7, 8, 9. Almost a back door. Haven't seen one of those all day.
Freshie with an 8. 106, 105, 97, and a 116. Totals. Dave Barber, 374. Dean Sullivan, 334. Corey Elise, 318. And Nick Zuffalato, 382, and he will move on to the finals.
Simply incredible. And now it moves over to Scott Douglas, Mark Smith, Josh Daly, and the now interrupted Andrew Therian show. That is not a typo, a triple strike you see on your screen. Smitty gets a 2-4-6 and drops a 17 fill.
And a 9 for Therian. 9 for Therian.
Significant. It's a split versus not.
Douglas with a 9. Daly with a 7. First ball. Oh, he cuts it. No luck. No luck, no luck. Therian with the spare. Douglas with the spare. And a spare for Josh Daly. Folks, we have another carryover.
And a 10 there. All right, that should all be correct here. Mark Smith got the huge count on his triple strike. But now Andrew Therian with a spare and 9.
Needs 9 in this mark. That puts him 5.
That's short for now.
Oh, there's another strike for Mark Smith.
That may be it. That may have just put Smith over the top.
Josh Daly looking to put a 9 in his spare, 121.
Well, now he's done. Just didn't get off to the start he wanted.
And there's a spare for Josh Daly. Daly makes a run. Daly a little late. Mark Smith is going to end up with a 400 triple. Therian with a 9. That will knock him out with a 394.
Wow.
Wow, he come up short.
And you see the dejection there. My goodness.
Wow.
All those strikes all down when Mark Smith does throw the triple strike.
That's the difference right there. Wow. I'm lost for words. I mean, Andrew Therian led this whole entire thing. There's a double. 5 strikes.
Are you serious, Mark Smith?
5
Incredible.
5 strikes. I mean, I don't know.
I take back everything I say about these tough pins. Clearly, if you've got the ball action, you've got the break.
Daly with a 6 on his spare.
For a 137 and a 373, and it's an afterthought. Welcome to the Pro Series here at Boutwell's in Concord, New Hampshire this time around.
This is a big ball. Triple here, who knows?
Just for the heck of it, for count. The fill is 6.
26 for a 116. Folks, here are the...
what, sorry?
A 168.
Yeah.
Here are your totals. In last place is Scott Douglas with 358. Second place goes to... Third place goes to Josh Daly with a 373. Andrew Therian, who led most of this round, with a 394. A monstrous triple strike puts Mark Smith over the edge to move to the finals with a 414.
Kevin, I tell you what.
I don't.
We're gonna keep it here for the finals in just a moment.
I'm lost for words.
And apparently it's 169, by the way, for Mark Smith on that triple strike there.
Make it a 415.
We'll just credit it to him on the 10th. Why not? 169, there you see it. And Mark Smith and Nick Zuffalato will advance. we'll keep it here. We're going to take an audio timeout. Goodness knows now you need it. And Paul Grant will be back here for the finals, and we'll see you in just a moment. Welcome, everybody. It is the finals here at Boutwell's Bowling Center of the Skins competition of the Pro Series. This is Candlepin Bowling Network. My name is Greg Gouillart. I'm alongside Kevin Burns. And on the call is Paul Grant. Hello, Paul.
Hey, how you doing, Greg? You sound raspy.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yep. I got through my 3-week cold stretch.
All right, ready. It's going to come thick and fast here. Corey Packard, Nick Zuffalato, Danny Harris, and Mark Smith from right to left. Here we go.
Corey Packard on lane 8 in Concord, New Hampshire. Boutwell's Bowling Center, great place to bowl. 24 lanes, 12 on each side, 179. The best box wins $90, you could say. They carry over if there's a tie for the box. Harris at 9, Freshie with 8 on the purple shirt. Here's Mark Hollywood Smith from Norway, Maine, who had a triple strike earlier and a double strike in a 168 and a 167 today.
One string matchup, by the way, folks.
Packard, good try. Harris has the advantage right now. Freshie won't get it. Harris a spare. And he won't get it either. So Hollywood can get the $90 skin here with a spare. And off the wall, no. So who wants the money more? Corey Packard does his job with a 10. Freshie will not get his. Harris gets his, so we'll go to a second box carryover for $180. Smith won't get his. He gets a 9.
There we go. So best box, strike, then spare, then 10 downwards.
So Greg, explain who wins the viewers, who wins the Pro Series here.
And the Pro Series winner is simply whoever is the highest pinfall after one string here. That's as simple as that.
Corey Packard, 9. Freshie goes right. Harris trying to match it or get a strike, and he'll have a tough chance here. 3-7-10, but decent wood. Smith buries the pocket but gets a spread eagle out of it. Freshie 1-2-4-10. Packard a spare to put the heat on Danny Harris for the $180 carryover box. $90 per box. $900 for the string. He got it. So Harris must mark to have a third box carryover for $270. He got it. Treetop to 10. Wow, what a shot for a spare. Hollywood Smith leads up to 2-4-7. Freshie, nice out, takes a 9, almost a 10. Smith off the eagle, nice pro bowling at 10. Just 1 in 5 times they convert for 10s. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network. Greg will give an update on all the boxes and the skins.
By the way, you've been told this thing and that, I know, Paul, but the carryover does apply to all 4 bowlers. So to be clear, even though Harris and Packard carried over, all 4 bowlers are eligible for this $270 skin.
So it's a fresh box.
That's right.
So they get a reprieve, basically.
Exactly right.
Don, I threw a spare, and I don't get the money.
I somehow went the whole semifinals of Corey Alisi without explaining he was one of the co-hosts of Candlepin Skins on Candlepin Corner.
It's like Charlie Brown. I got a rock. All right, 9 for Freshie.
Notice the bowlers rotate around once every 2 boxes.
Harris 9 himself. Hollywood Smith. Reverse triangle. Breaks up 1. Now it's the 4 and the 8. Wood in between. Corey Packard on the left. Harris. Spare. Freshie got a spare also. Greg will keep you up to date on who wins it. Packard goes left 6. 1, 3, 6, 10. 4 horsemen right. Hollywood missed again.
So Packard's still in his second ball there.
Danny Harris wasting no time. A rhythm bowler. He splits 3 and 1.
So this completes Packard's box. He gets a 6.
Smith picks his up. Freshie denied. Harris for another bid. 2 full.
No, that was Packard's second ball. That will be an 8 for Packard.
All right, so who won the skin box there, Greg?
Spares are carrying it over.
So it's going to be $360 now, right?
Yep.
Wow. Smith for a strike, 9.
Okay. Oh, no. Am I losing the plot here?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Packard should have a 8.
Look at this. Wow, he punched out the 1 and the 9. What a cruel game sometimes. Smith Missed it. Wants that one back. Head scratcher. Literally. Ooh. Covering all 4 bowlers. Smith, the Hall Grand Special, missed the second, make the third. Not a good time for that. 10. 39 through 4, 9 3-10s. Corey Packard missed left.
And that'll be 9. And I've lost a box on Harris's side now. Sorry, Packard got a 9. It's Harris's.
I think Harris got a spare.
Okay.
No, wait, Harris didn't get a spare. I think he got a 9.
Okay.
Yeah, and Freshie got a spare.
So that's that skin to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably like the scoreboard's being used, even though it doesn't really apply in a sense. It really does for total, though. All right, Danny Harris, 3-1 split. Here's Hollywood Smith. Head pin hit. It's going to be a strike.
Yep.
How about that one? Mark it down, he likes to say. Took a while to develop. Harris a spare. Wow. Packard, nice ball. He gets 9. 9 pin left up. Wood to help. Freshie's turn. That looks good. He gets 8. 9. Wiggle in the 6. Won't fall.
Does Zuffalato get that standalone spare there?
Harris 1-3 in the 7. Packard nails it spare. Freshie, great chance here in lane 5 in Concord, New Hampshire. He got it with the wood. He'll take it. Smith pounds 5 on the spare on the strike. First ball. Harris 1-3-7 on lane 8. Won't go. Smith almost 9 to strike. Big pins. 58 half. Harris a 9. Smith a 10. Corey Chance the 1-2-4. Freshie on the crossover. 7-9-10. Wood rolling around. And not the best position now. But he'll try to give it a ride somehow. Packard the better chance here. And he plays bouncy ball and punches out the head pin only. 2 in the 4 stand. One string match. Harris a reset in lane 8. Packard trying to get a 10. Splits the uprights for the 10. 70 through 6. And Freshie a 10 also. 83 through 6. So right now the leader is Freshie, 83 through 6. Right behind 81, Danny Harris unofficially 70 for Corey Packard. Mark Smith in 4th at 68. One string round. Harris goes right, spins 6, 1-7-9-10. Smith on the head pin, 2-4 in the 10. It's got Wood to probably help to spin over to the East Coast. Greg working feverishly on the scoreboard and trying to keep up the skin totals. Harris leads up number 1. Packard right in the nose, clipped wing eagle. The leader right now, Freshie with 5. Smith trying to send it over. Wood twirls around, hits the 10, it won't fall, that close. Harris a 9. '87 through 7 with Danny Harris. Freshie, nice shot, he got it. All pumped up. 93 in a ball through 7, the leader. Harris, 4 in the 7 chance. Packard trying to go 2 and a 3, goes to the 3, sliced it over in between the 2 and the 4, it wouldn't fall. Smith a 9. He'll need a bunch of marks now, 75 through 7. Harris connects. Smith a 9. Was that a spare for Danny Harris?
That'll be a 10 in that case.
So 88 through 7 make it. Scores are unofficial. What did Packard get that time? I didn't see that.
Packard should have a 10 box in. All scores are official through 6, in fact.
So Freshie has the lead. He's on a bonus of 8 more. And Smith a strike. Huge.
Another huge strike for Smith. That was key to his victory over Andrew Therian in that semifinal.
His 2 marks, both strikes in this one-string final. Packard spread eagle. Freshie 8 in the fill.
They erase it.
Another one. He has the advantage right now. 101 through 7, 111 the ball in the 8th.
Monstrous.
Packard goes right. 3 right, 2, 4, 7 left. Packard pins out with a 9. 91 through 8. Skins money so far, Greg?
We'll update it here, but basically all Nick Zuffalato. That's the long and the short of it, and I've missed a frame for Danny Harris. I'll have to plug a 10 in while I figure that out. That's not good. Sorry.
Harris 7, 5, 9, 10. Wood roll into the 5. Freshie on the bonus, on the crossover 7. Wood between the 3, the 6, 7 left. A quarter for Smith. Brutal, but he's on a strike. Harris, what a try. Freshie 7 in this fill. 118 through 8, the leader. Smith 8 on the strike. 93 through 8.
Remember all that green is $90 a frame for the best result.
Good bid by Freshie. Harris 9. So it's 98 through 8, now 9, 107 through 9. Smith a 10, 103 through 9. Freshie has control. Packard 8, 99 through 9. And Freshie a 10. So it's 128 through 9. He's going to win it, looks like here, folks.
Yeah, almost certainly. Congratulations to Nick Zuffalato, a dominating performance. 10 boxes carry over here. Still some cash on the line in the 10th.
We'll try to talk to Freshie before we sign off. Harris spread eagle plus the 8 and the 9. 1-5 center Worcester. Unbelievable. Smith, beautiful ball. Strike number 3. Bombs away, baby. Mark it down. Couldn't put a couple together. That would have helped. Freshie 1, 2, 7, 10. That should clinch it right there, pretty much.
Yes, it
Packard
should.
Needs a triple strike pretty much now. That won't do it. That won't get there. So Freshie is going to win the Pro Series title. And look at that shot by Freshie. Continues to pour it on with that shot for a spare. 138 in the ball in the 10th. A fine performance. Harris chips out the 6. It's a youch. Yikes and ouch combined. And that is a 3 box? Wow. 110 final string. Didn't matter, really. Corey Packard takes a nice 10.
Yeah, it might have been a missed spare for Harris. He may be over 110. Thanks to Nathan in chat for the heads up.
Smith 9, almost a double. Can't catch Freshie.
I'm not sure the microphone will extend out, so we'll just have to do it back here,
Yep,
Paul.
That's fine. Smith for the skin, nails it.
Well, he's got it with the strike anyway, so actually that's going to...
He went for the strike, that's right. So 123. Still come in second place. He was in 4th after the half, pretty close to the half. So 141 to the 3 fill for Corey Packard.
Will you permit me a moment to get the final scores?
We'll check the scores. We'll talk to Freshie before we sign off. Give you the headset there, Freshie. Much easier here. Congratulations, Nick Freshie Zaffoletto. How you doing? The married man, and now you win a Pro Series.
Yeah,
How many
not
is
bad.
that now? How many is that now for you?
That's number 5.
That's right.
Yeah, that felt good, man. That was awesome. It was a really, really intense final, you know, and every box is worth that amount.
And
So.
Mark Smith was red hot going to that match. He had 3 strikes, but couldn't put any together really at the end. But boy, you were great the whole match.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I started finding something and said, all right, we're here. Let's just try and get it. And it was nice, you know, having that 4-box carryover. Thank you. Having that 4-box carryover, that was pretty sweet. And getting that, I said, all right, let's just take off from here. And
You won quite a bit of skins here. $90 a box. Pretty
I
good,
did.
huh?
That was quite a bit, actually, a little more than I thought.
Now you can pay your past 2 lemon drops.
Yeah.
How many win skins have, Greg? How much you win today in the string?
Well, I show it 6 in the finals there, according to my count anyway. So
6, really?
Can you add 9 times 6?
Yeah, I can. I'm good at that.
Yep, got the spare there and all the carryovers beforehand.
Okay.
And how about that duel with Dave Barber at the end there in the semifinals?
Oh,
That's
my God. That was, I mean, you
Pro
know.
Series organizers going at it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that was a great match. I mean, we both came out with some high games, and it was just a back-and-forth battle. And, you know, Dave threw that strike in the 9th box, and it's just, you know, I've seen this ending multiple times. I'm like, you got to be kidding.
You've knocked on the door so many times. I've covered you quite a bit the last 4. You've knocked on the door quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's been a while since, you know, since I've won one of these. The mixed teams a few years ago was the last one, but it's been a while since I've had an individual win. Probably 2019.
Are you glad it was 1 string, not 3?
Yeah, I'm gassed. I'm ready to stop. I mean, that's enough for me. So, just really excited, really happy.
You got a 3-letter word for winning the Pro Series title.
Wow, baby!
Nick Freshie Zaffoletto. Back to Greg to wrap it up.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for watching this presentation of the Pro Series here on Candlepin Bowling Network. If the mic feedback doesn't get to you, on behalf of everyone here, Paul Grant, Kevin Burns, my name is Greg Gouillart. Just checking in, you didn't have any last thoughts?
No, it's been a good day. I mean, we saw a lot of good bowling. I still feel bad for Andrew though. I mean,
It's incredible.
I mean, that match alone was,
That's the drama and the tragedy of those high wire matchups.
Yeah, it is. And until next time, we'll see you in Augusta. But stay tuned for the Friday Night Pro League and whatever else.
Yep. All that content here on Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook and YouTube. Check it out. Yep, next Pro Series event, January 11th and 12th. On behalf of Paul Grant, that was Kevin Burns just now. My name's Greg Gouillart. Thank you very much for watching Candlepin Bowling Network. And until next time,